be another female's calf, which I don't think it's the one with her. She's too young, so it would be one of the females further around. Guys, I think we're going to stick around a little bit with these elephants, see where they're going. But we might also... Oh, here's a little mock charge. I'll just give it a second or two. This little one is still thinking about giving us a fright. You know, they do that sometimes. I've also met some elephants along the way that had great senses of humor. The elephants that would literally play jokes on things sometimes. Yeah, they're moving maybe a little bit because mum's moving away. The youngsters are suddenly less brave. They're very brave and very big, but they do like to be close to big elephants. Well, that's good timing because they're moving off. Oh no, one last mock charge. Look, 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 look. Ooh, awesome. Oh, that just makes my day every time. I love that. He's going to look around just now and then suddenly see mum's gone, and then you must see him hightail it back. Whoa, giving us a heads down display, throwing a branch around. Oh, awesome, getting a question from William in Denver. Hello, William. William is just asking, how old are elephants when they start getting tusks? William, it can vary a little bit. It's not always the same as with humans. You know, some kids get their teeth a little bit earlier than other ones.
Crossing, and I'll see you guys just now, as soon as we find something.
Guys, welcome back. We've come around the other side again. We're actually on the road. And we've sort of got elephants everywhere. I can hear some in the distance, but this young one is still having a good play with us, which is fantastic. Seems to have got a bit of interest in us. Very confident as well, quite bold, far away from the adults now. But once again, that just proves to you how relaxed this whole herd is. We drove past 2 or 3 of them further back that were standing 4 or 5 feet away from us. Not bothered at all. Big trumpets there in the background, you could hear that. I'm sort of constantly reassessing this herd. It just seems to me that it's just more and more elephants. It might be a gathering of a few herds, but I would say we're sitting with minimum 20, 25 maximum, who knows, but it's anything between 20 and 50 elephants around at the moment. I like the look of this little guy, eh?
Yeah.
He looks a little bit sort of almost like he's, you know, he had all the good milk the whole time. Looks a little bit well fed, full of beans, so to speak. Had a great question a few minutes ago. If I remember the name correctly, Gail was asking, how do elephant babies suckle? Jill, thank you very much. Sorry, Gail was asking a question, I think this morning. Jill, you were just asking, how do elephants suckle? Do they use the trunk or do they use the mouth? It's a very, very good question. The same goes, we could also extend that through to adult elephants. How do they drink? So let's get a bit of a response from you guys, those of you that want to sort of chat to us a bit. How do adult elephant drinks? Let me try that again. How do adult elephant drink? Trunk or with their mouth? Baby elephant, in the beginning when they're born, I mean this one is now quite a few months old already, so it's not a problem, but the first month or two after being born, baby elephants have got very little control over their trunk. This one now, if you watch carefully, you'll see he's, well, playing around mostly at the moment because he's pretending to be doing something to make a pretend reason for being close to us. He's actually investigating us. That's what he's doing. He's coming to check us out. But he's pretending to play with the grass and the sticks in the process because he doesn't want to seem sort of, you know, too eager. But look at the trunk is what I'm trying to say, is that he's got good control. He's pretending to eat something. Okay, now what's he going to pretend next? He's pretending to break a stick and eat nothing. awesome, guys. He's literally coming to have a look at us. This is awesome. Hey, little dude. You're awesome, dude. Yo, this is amazing. And suddenly there's no other adults. He's like, whoa, I'm all alone. What happened? Come on, guys, don't leave, dude. Leave me hanging here. Okay, we're going to go play with him. Yes, yes, there we go. Come on, off you go, full charge. Look at that. Yeah. This is possibly the best elephant baby interaction I've ever had. This dude is amazing. I've got goosebumps at the moment. Yeah. Magic. Magic, magic. I told you, I can promise you we're going to see something awesome today. He's waiting there for us. Wait, he's going to give us a fright. He's hiding just off to the side there. Just to finish that answer quickly. Baby elephants suckle with their mouth in the beginning. Well, the whole time actually. They use their mouth. The trunk is the nose. They drink with the mouth and the lips. Wait, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's hiding off in the bushes here to the right. What I'd like to do, and I mean he could lose interest now as well, but we can start a little game with him where we can pretend to go away when he chases us, you know, give him that feeling that he's giving us a fright. I used to do it more with grown-up elephants, sort of young bulls, but this is just such a brave little guy. Oh, here he comes, here he comes. One big female here behind us. Way! We do this, now we do this. Way. See, now he's chasing us, he's confident. We're running away from him. We're running away. You know what, I'm just sitting here thinking, well, firstly thinking that this really is one of the most amazing interactions I've had with a young elephant. You just get this really nice sense of personality and character about this little guy. And it really is true. I said it earlier today, and you know, you say things and doing what I'm doing at the moment, this job, if you can call it that. I feel a bit like I'm, you know, not really honest if I say this is a job. I mean, this is a pleasure. But I said earlier today that, you know, I can promise you we're going to see something amazing today. And sometimes you say things like that, and I think people don't necessarily take you seriously. But I've done many thousands of game drives in my life. Now, I don't even know how many, but many, many, many thousands of game drives. And every time you inevitably something, you see something, you experience something, you feel something that is amazing. And today was just a highlight to that again. You never know what's going to happen next, and something magical, unexpected, unimaginable even can happen, not even just now and again, but often. But yeah, this afternoon was, well, still is, not was, still is very special. But that charge earlier, that full run, full tilt down the road. That I remember for a while. I got a couple of pictures as well, which is awesome. This is just amazing, and they really are I mean, I love leopard, and I love to see tigers down the line, but elephants got a very special place in my heart. And just look at that. How can you not have a soft spot for elephants? But Terry, you were asking if that young elephant, why do we call it a mock charge? Because it seemed a pretty real charge for that young Ellie. And we were just saying that. We were saying, imagine, because I looked at him for a while and I thought, you know what? What if that elephant doesn't stop? Maybe he's so into this now that he's going to run all the way through and maybe stop right up against us. Guys, this is just awesome though. Here's the big female next to us. What a large female. The youngster's almost touching us in the front. Maybe even going to touch us. Look, it's coming right up to the car. It was watching the other one earlier. This is a different calf. Amazing. Hey, little guy. Terry, I'm going to continue with that answer just now because it's a question that I was thinking about myself just a few minutes ago. What an afternoon. So Terry, let's finish that conversation. You were saying, why do we call it a mock charge? And would we have still called it a mock charge if the elephant pushed through on that one? Well, the term mock charge, I guess we're optimistic again, as all wildlife enthusiasts have to be. You know, we're always optimistic and thinking we're going to find things. And you have to be optimistic when there's a big 4, 5, 6 ton elephant running at you and you presume it's a mock charge.
Lifeline to survival, really. That trunk is the most important thing in their world. And if I do stop in mid-flight in conversation here, folks, it's just because I've got a little baby off to my right there who's just been a sneaky little character, and he's just coming around just to have a little look at us, and he's great. And this could be Peter's little friend, but we always want to make sure. Hello, my boy. Hello. How you going? How you going? Where's your mama? That is spectacular. So we just got to make sure his mama's okay, and his mama is just over there. It's completely cool. Aren't you? I'm sure you're the same little man that was playing with Pete yesterday. He's about 3 feet away from my vehicle at the moment, folks, which is a really tricky situation for us in the sense that I can't start the vehicle because it would startle him. So I just want to make sure he's comfortable. He's eating now. He's about 2 meters away from the vehicle, but it's all fine. It's absolutely fine. Look at those markings and that beautiful, beautiful little perfect ears that he's got, and those eyes. And this is a great way for you to... It's alright, my boy. It's okay, my tiger. Such an amazing experience, absolutely amazing, folks, to be in this presence of this little guy so close to us. And he's not finding us threatening at all. He's just really, really inquisitive. And Cecilia and Judy, have a look at that little trunk. I can't tell you, folks, how extraordinary this feels right now. and he's just so cool. He's so relaxed. He's like, we're a bit weird, we're a big green thing. And now they're going to have a little bit of fun together. So the one closest to us is a little bit older. The little one is just being a little bit cheeky to the other one here. Hey boys. Spectacular. Wow. It's okay, fellas. Wow, aren't you beautiful, guys? "22 months in the womb and that little guy comes out. Pretty much what you see right there. I've got to tell you. Okay guys, you probably should move on a little bit, my friends, because I don't want your mummy to get upset with us. So incredible. I'm just like, I'm speechless, folks. I'm just sitting here watching with you these incredible creatures. They literally are 1 foot from the front of the vehicle, 2 feet maybe, the tail of this little guy. He just touched the front of my vehicle and he's like, uh-oh, what's that? Let's go. Speechless. I'm just watching because behind me, I'm so sorry, I've got to reverse here. It's okay, my girl. Beautiful big female. Yeah, but it's okay, my babe. I just want to give her some space, and that's her baby, that little one. So it's okay, precious.
Might be looking for a good sighting. This is brilliant, tiny little baby, so much to see. I'm just letting them know on the radio, the same as they do for us as well when we find leopard together and help each other find different things. Look at that. Termite mound, bit of a clearing. I'm hoping they're all going to just walk right past us here. Oh. I'm hoping, with a little bit of luck, that we'll get that small one also coming past us. And of course these ones. Let's see, here they come. I'm just getting my jacket off. It's getting very warm very quickly now. Look at the Three Musketeers. Hey guys. Okay, I thought that tiny one was in this group, but it seems not. Maybe it's still coming. I've lost visual of it for the moment. Oh, there in the back. We are going to get the treat, I think. Although everyone that comes past like this is a treat. Here's that big female again. Sorry, I'm on the wrong side. Here we go. The little one. Look at that trunk. Daniel, you were asking earlier the length of an elephant's trunk. That one is about not much more than 1.5 feet, 2 foot long. Look how it's staying on the other side of the adult. Still a bit unbalanced. Oh, that's just stunning. That little guy will probably weigh, I'm trying to guess it now, I doubt even 100 kilograms yet. And I'm very tempted to make my estimate younger and younger. I'm more inclined to say sort of 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't think much more than a month. Just looking at the balance, it was still stepping in a little hole, then it almost sort of lost its footing. So still very new to the world, discovering other elephants, cousins and family members that come and greet you, and discovering that close-knit family unit. This little calf would have had interaction from all these elephants many times over the last many days. And then just discovering your environment. Sticks and branches and twigs and holes and water and mud, all these things to get used to. And then of course, to come back to the trunk that we spoke of earlier, that little elephant is so small, it will still have to be learning how to use the trunk, how to coordinate the trunk better, how to move it better. The same as we have to learn. We have to learn how to use Oh, guys, look at this. Look at this. Tiny little guy. Look at the pink in the ears there, guys. That's how thin the ears are still. You can actually see, just there, I could see the sunlight coming through the ears. Look at that. Can you see right on the edges? That's how fresh this calf is, how new it is. Wow, this is awesome. Guys, that's looking straight back behind us. We don't normally try and get that angle, but this is just too good. He's like this big. Literally, he could stand on the dash. The other one is a bull elephant called Wonky, and I'll tell you some stories about him later, but just look at this. A fantastic bull elephant. He's dead now, unfortunately. He died from a fight with another elephant, but I did enjoy him very much. He became as close to as you can get with, or as close to as you can come to making friends with an elephant. Wonky, many of you that have been coming on drives for a long time will remember him. And then my new favorite is that youngster in this herd that's been giving us such nice interactive experiences. Look at this nice head shaking movement here. Nice, very swaggering walk there. This is the beautiful female. This one as well. Oh, guys. Well, more good news. Oh, look at the little guy. Like, come on, you grown-ups, don't just stand there and spray the mud, just get down into it. I think this is our youngster. This is the guy. Difficult now, I didn't take specific notes the other day, I should have, but it looks like him, but it might not be, I'm not gonna... Sorry, the bit of good news I was referring to, nothing big, but I'm just hearing some squirrels that are alarm calling further here behind us into the drainage line. So squirrels calling at this time of day, often an indication of a dappled cat that might be about. But that won't bother elephants. They're big, they don't have to worry about the cats. They can just get down to the good stuff in life. Having a drink when you're thirsty, and a mud bath when you're hot. Well, we're going to stay with him for a bit, see if this youngster gets up to any more antics, and also keep our ears alert for what that squirrel might be calling for. And that's how you do a mud bath. Get down and dirty, get right in there. You see? Look at this. Wow! Sorry, it's difficult where to look, what to do. I thought this big female was going to go all the way down, but for now just onto her, well, onto her wrist really, but looks like her knees. I thought she was going to follow the example of the youngster. I could almost show you, but that youngster has just stopped again. So let's watch these ones. They are playing, but one of the elephants almost went into the water to cross the water. The one that's a bit to the side here. Pam, you're just asking if elephants can swim. Yes, they can. They're quite good swimmers, actually. This one was going to swim across. Sorry, but now he's walking on that. There he goes now. It's the young male, and he was feeling a little bit separated from the herd, and he wanted to cross the water, but then he decided he had other business to attend to. It looks like he's going to take the long way around. But Pam, they're quite good swimmers. In this area, it's not something they do all the time, because we don't have, I mean, in this area that we're in specifically, I mean, not in Greater Kruger, but elephants that live in like the Okavango Delta or in places where there's big river systems, they would often swim to cross rivers. Keeping in mind also they can cross many rivers without actually having to swim. They can go quite a long way while walking, even if they're touching the bottom and sticking the trunk up to breathe like a snorkel. I've seen them cross deep rivers where they're actually just walking across, but they can swim. This little guy looks like he's up for a bit of fun. Back to his mud wallow from earlier. Let's see if he gets down and dirty again. Or down and dirtier maybe. Yay! Oh, that must feel so nice. You can feel that they're feeling happy, that they're enjoying this. Great to be able to share in it, to view it without bothering them and without them being bothered by us. That's what I love about this area. The great part here is the mother elephant doesn't have to worry about bath time, because this is bath time. This is done. So I've got two little kids at home. My son is 6 months old and my daughter approaching 4 now. And Leash and my wife is taking care of bath time at the moment. But put it this way, I'm glad my boy or my girl doesn't go and do this just before bath time. But for the Ellies, this is it. This is part of how they care for their skin, how they keep themselves cool, how they exfoliate in a very serious way. Later on they'll go and rub up against the tree like we saw earlier on against that marula tree. One of these females was just scratching her backside. All part of how they keep themselves clean. That's what I always say when we come back from the beach or from the sand dunes and my kids are full of sand. I always say, but it's clean dirt. They're not dirty, they just have clean sand on them. Same with elephants, they're actually very clean animals.